bartender for the evening. What kind of drinks are you going to give us? Let me do this
I'm going to
again.
make a bee's knees, a Martinez, on a stone
I
fat.
know he's a big boss. What?
Don't he look good?
He looks good, yeah. I'm kind of scared of him, though.
Welcome to Bianco's.
Hey!
Please,
Don't you mean buongiorno?
Right, here's Rick and Vic.
The host.
And the hostess, yes. And their granddaughter, Annabelle. All right, tell us about your party here, Vic.
a murder mystery
Okay.
in 1920 style. And
That would explain a lot.
that would explain a lot.
Yeah.
So it's under Prohibition when alcohol was not allowed.
Whoa.
We're at Rick and Vic's. We're going to do a murder mystery at a speakeasy called Bianco's. We are supposed to decide or figure out who did the murder, and we'll have clues throughout the night. And looking forward to having a great evening here at Bianco's.
Hi, welcome to Bianco's. Can I get your picture?
Yes.
It's that the family business is not doing well.
She's joking.
Soon I will be calling on you guys to speak about who you are and tell me who you are in this performance. Okay?
I've been invited here, but I got to tell you, there's some people here that I really don't like. But if there's no funny business, fine. But if there is funny business, I can bring my boys in here to knock everybody off. Florida's where I come from, and I know none of you are my neighbors.
It is my pleasure to serve the wonderful food here tonight. Hi, server.
I'm the big boss.
Stand up, Bianco.
And if you don't like it, there are plenty more people who would kill for you for your jobs on my production.
Me llamo Coluccia. Gelato. I'm a man of few words. I thank you for inviting me tonight. And I was truly touched that you think about me. But don't worry, I got your backs. There'll be no trouble tonight. You hear that, Don? No trouble tonight, huh?
Okay.
My name is Sophia Grappa. I'm here as Don Ravioli.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. My girlfriend. I like rich, powerful men. I have a history with a few of the men here. And I'm going to see if they still have feelings for me. I'm good at leading men on. But I better be careful that Don doesn't get jealous.
I like to share pasta with his fabulous rich families this evening. I'm going to finish this wonderful wine and then I'm going to start selling. I'll flutter my eyebrows and see if I can sell a couple of Ferraris, maybe even a Lambo.
Missy Mascarelli. I am a mafia floozy.
Did you hear that?
I come from Italy. I just wish I could find a greasy-haired Italian man who would sweep me off my feet, hey hottie, and feed me cannolis every once in a while.
Cannoli for you, huh?
Thank you for sharing this meal with us, Italians, tonight. I feel we have some business opportunities out there. Few hard decisions, but I'm optimistic. You're going to agree with Don Ravioli. Thank you.
Occupation is a restaurant cleaner, stock boy. I'm quiet, mind my own business. I keep my eyes open, and mouth shut.
I want to welcome you all to Bianco's. I'm here to set the mood for the evening. I like to take pictures, and I'll take a picture of you and your gal or your guy for 50 cents. 50 cents.
I'm Stefano Gratas. I'm from Italy, and I'm here to clean up the restaurant afterwards, so don't be a meatball and drop your trash all over the place. I've worked for Alfredo for 7 years, and I think I deserve to be a partner. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Thank you.
My name is Juliana Anzo. I play this restaurante a few times a week and also downtown Manhattan. I know some really no, anyway, I know some really bad people. Matamali. And it's just the guy, and it's not just the guys. There's a mob full of bad women. And if you should keep your eye out for them, because they'd kill you as soon as look at you. I'm a violinist, and I will be playing for you, especially you, Luca.
It's Alfredo Bianco. I'm the chef and owner from Italy. It's my pleasure to welcome you, such an esteemed guest, to my humble restaurant. I will take care of you of the pasta tonight, so enjoy.
Yeah! I'm dead!
He got shot at again.
He looks like he just got shot.
He has his guitar.
This guy's covering up his
Dan the snake.
Stan the snake.
Oh, excuse me.
I should write that down. I'm gonna forget it.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's exactly how I seen it. I didn't touch anything.
Family. The tortinis? Tortini.
Just letting you know, I got your piece. Oh, I did find a little ducky and a bell that I thought was really cute, but it didn't have papers to it. Okay, no clues. And then I have keys that I found first. Someone had ordered a new sports car. These are the keys. And the last item, this bottle. Could this be the bottle that the poison, the snake, wonders whose prints are on these?
Was on Luca Gelato's hit list. Yeah, another meatball.
Problem, my friend. He can't even keep these floors clean. He had a deal go bad, and now the Torinos want payment or else. If you know what I mean, he says it's something to do with flayable.
Alfredo and that nasty Missy were having a huge fuss the other night in the kitchen, and the other staff tried to intervene, especially when Missy held a knife to Alfredo's throat. Got your number.
Delfino gets himself in all kinds of trouble. He's got a big mouth, and I'm surprised no one's bumped him off yet. For a slowly pot washer, he certainly wins the big boys
Stan the
up.
snake salami whacked. Said he was influencing too many dons on the West Coast, and it was disrupting his operations. He said it was better he had ceased to exit.
He seems more evil. Maybe it's because he lost his family when he was a boy. The mob took him in as a youngster and he climbed the ranks, ending up as the Don.
It seems as if they have known each other for a long time. Have you noticed he pats her hand whenever he's with her? I'm sure I've seen him kiss her on the hand. Yeah, Don.
It's wonderful being here tonight. It's my first big dinner, and Don told me I gotta stay off the drinks. Whatever. I have a slight problem, you see. When I drink, I tend to spill the beans about Don and his dirty business. But that's life.
Was getting haughty with Stan the Snake Salami. She's a real quiet one, but it's well known she was seeing him. Strange though, when he died, she didn't seem too bothered. Interestingly, she was on Luca Gelato's arm at the funeral.
Don Ravioli and Luca were friends once, but lately there's a tension between them. Luca supposedly announced under the influence and filled with rage he was looking to whack a Don. Ravioli would fit the bill perfectly.
There's something going on between Gelato and Maria. Pretty sure Maria accused Gelato of stashing a gun in the spare violin case. Gelato said she was making it up.
Missy.
A lot of words for
Mascarelli.
Missy.
I bet she could tell you a few tales about this lot. I bet she could tell you how each of the Don's houses are decorated. Disgusting how she just flaunts it. Surely she's going to upset one of them when they eventually find out she's been playing them all.
She's had a tough life. If it weren't for Alfredo, she would have ended up in the gutter. He treated her like family, he did. She always turns up to work looking pretty and is always on time.
Is this your wife?
She takes pride in her appearance and runs a tight ship front of house here. You never see her down, she just enjoys life. She always made sure the glasses were crystal clean. Always had the two on the shelf at the back of the bar she used as her standards.
Oh, there's all the clothes are right here in the box.
Just think about it, $1 from the 1920s, that's a lot of money.
Turn that fiddler loose.
I went to many schools to learn this.
She's not just a government
The body was found in the meat hanger at the back of the restaurant in Little Italy, New York. The body was that of Stan the Snake Salami. Definitely dead on my arrival. He was hung up like a piece of meat, but there was no sign of trauma to the body. I looked for signs of struggle and ruled out strangulation. It was my belief that Stan was poisoned. We await the results to find out what toxin it was and how it was administered. 9 objects were found in the meat hanger near the body, and they were the handgun, the bottle of cyanide, a rose, a highball glass, bullets, a set of car keys, a meat cleaver, a watch, and a cigar. I have removed them from the scene for analysis. I have advised all attendees they're all under suspicion.
As I approached, I heard 2 voices coming from inside the meat locker. Both sounded Italian. But if I had to guess, it was a man and a woman. I approached the storeroom. I noticed the lock was busted. It was still there, but there had been definitely somebody had broke in. I opened the door, and that's when I found him. I checked my watch, a little pocket watch, and it was 6:30. Stan the Snake Salami had been there, stood up in a corner. He was obviously dead. I ran out and rang the police straight away.
There was no visible signs of trauma on the body. Whatever killed Mr. How you pronounce it? Salami? Okay. Yeah. Was administered orally. The killing seemed as a professional job. 2 small strands of black hair were found at the scene, which have been sent away for analysis. Excuse me. Time of death, 6:25 p.m.
Got to the restaurant. Alfredo Bianco arrived at 3 p.m. Missy Mascarelli arrived at 4 p.m. Maria Stiletto, 5 p.m. Don Ravioli, 6 p.m. Flavia Russo, 3:30 p.m. Don Chianti, 6:10 p.m. Sofia Grappa, 5 p.m. Stefano Gratti, 9 a.m. Julia Enzo, 5 p.m. Gabriella Totti, 6:15 p.m. The Big Don, 6 p.m. Luca Gelato, 3 p.m. Paulie Moppi, 9 a.m. And Stan the Snake Salami, 6:15 p.m. One person arrived at 9 a.m. Two people arrived together at 6 p.m. Everyone was on site at the time of the murder. Dun, dun, dun.
The lock on the storeroom door out back had been smashed. Various cleaning solutions were taken and an old bottle of cyanide. Nothing else was taken. There was no other obvious things to report in the storeroom.
Professor Scapel ran the autopsy of the body. He also looked at potential murder weapons in line with that was recovered at the scene. The bottle of cyanide seemed to be the natural choice for the murder weapon. It seemed plausible that the cyanide was mixed with the wine and given as a drink to Mr. Salami. There was a highball glass recovered at the scene, and this is being checked for prints as it is a bottle of cyanide.
All of you were capable of killing Stan, and some of you had good reason to do so. Let's walk through what actually happened at the restaurant today. We are pretty confident Stan was poisoned. The delivery method was the highball glass. Cyanide was mixed with wine to disguise the taste. Now Stan was a big man and the killer knew this. Stan therefore was killed at point, meaning he was killed in the meat hanger. Now Stan was no idiot. He would have sniffed out anyone who he didn't know or trust. He knew he was on a collision course with the Big Don, as he'd been summoned earlier in the day. The weight needed to move him even a few feet would be large, so this would automatically imply it was tall and weighty man who moved him. Alfredo, Don Chianti, Luca, Stefano, and Don Ravioli in the frame. The Big Don would never get involved himself. Dons don't do that. Could it be then that more than one person was involved, a poisoner and an accomplice? We then turned to the unmistakable evidence of prints on the cyanide bottle. There were 4 prints present: Luca, Don Chianti, Maria, and Stefano. Now who had the chance to do it? We know Stan was killed around 6:25 to 6:30 p.m. All the people were present at the restaurant at that time. The body was found stacked up in the corner of the meat hanger. The highball glass and the poison bottle were left next to the body around the feet area. Then there is the small fact of the crumpled note left strewn on the floor by the pizza oven. This note was meant to be a directive on killing Stan. I can confirm this note was meant for Stefano Grotti and written by none other than Don Chianti. Don Chianti was having a secret affair with Maria Stiletto, hence the patting of her hand.
Mamma mia!
You go, girl.
It was a clear sign she was his. He had found out about Stan being rough with her, and let's just say you don't mess with a Don's girl. Paulie Moppi confirmed he heard 2 people arguing in the meat locker around 6 p.m. He said there was a man and a woman. There was indeed a man and woman present, and the people present were Maria Stiletto and Stan. Maria had indeed Maria had decided to confront him about his conduct with her, and she was there to give him a warning. Now both Maria's prints and Stefano's prints were on the bottle of cyanide. Stan had never counted on Maria being capable of murder. Stefano appeared in the meat hanger carrying 3 drinks of wine, 2 in crystal highball glasses and 1 in a standard glass. He was there to defuse the situation, but was he? He'd been given the mandate to whack Stan, but would he give the chance? Stan never trusted anyone, so when he was offered a drink, he asked to switch the drinks. Maria knew he'd do this, so she offered Stan her standard glass instead. Stan had no hesitation in downing the drink. He never suspected Maria. Within seconds, he was dead. Stefano had mixed cyanide in her drink, and the 2 drinks in the crystal glasses were clean. It was Stefano who had earlier gone out and broke the lock on the storeroom after he slipped out of the kitchen at 6 p.m. He did this to suggest that the police that there had been a break-in and cyanide had been taken. The problem was, Stefano was out of practice. He'd left his prints on the cyanide bottle and the broken lock on the door. Maria had poured the wine in 2 crystal highball glasses and a measure in a standard glass before she went out to the meat hanger. On her way out from the bar, she had tipped Stefano off. Stefano picked up the drinks from the back of the bar and dropped in a good dose of cyanide to the standard glass. He also moved the body for Maria, but it was Maria's sleight of hand that did it for Stan. The both of them are responsible for this murder.
Did I say that?
Maria Stiletto and Stefano Gualti put down the glasses.
Not a crook. No, because I don't trust my brother.
Get rid of your cigarette case. Hand
I
up.
didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did. You poisoned her. Take her to jail. Take her to jail.